joined now by Laverne after the Leopards knock off Penn State Verne 3-1 in the first round of the 2025 NCAA Division III Women's Volleyball Championships. Joined now by the coach Jeff Hendershot and student athletes Kalani Umalo and Maya Ray. Coach, if we could just start off with an opening comment about the match, and then we'll have some questions for you.
Yeah, obviously lost that first set and got a little bit of an eye-opener there, but then I thought we responded incredibly. Doesn't matter who you play to score that many points and keep a team from, having any offense against you. It's pretty impressive. So we'll take that first win, ready to move on.
So obviously you mentioned that first set, and 48 hours ago, I don't even know if the tournament bracket had been announced. Now you're 3 time zones away. Was there a little bit of just like maybe just kind of not ready to quite play, or Penn State Verne came out, did some things you weren't expecting there? It's been a whirlwind for 48 hours.
Yeah, we're not going to use that excuse. I think we just could have been more prepared, mentally and emotionally to play. And to Verne's credit, they played really hard. They were serving really tough. They were playing good defense. They got some good touches on the block. And, they made us work for it. So respect to them on that first set.
Either of the student athletes, what changed there in the second set? When you came out, it was right from point one. You guys, it's like the light switch flipped.
Yeah, I thought that we knew we belong here, so we just had to get out there and get what we came here to do what we had to do.
We've talked about since the beginning of just sort of leaning on each other and that we set the tone. And right after that first set, we all came together and talked about what we wanted to fix, and we emphasized that it's more about doing it than saying it.
Was there like a turning point, do you guys feel, where you guys really started to feel like you guys were hitting the groove?
I'd say right at the end of the first set. We just knew that that's not how we usually perform, so we had to show everyone else that what we could do, I guess.
I would agree.
So you guys obviously ranked as high as number 2 in the country, still top 5 in the country right now. When you guys are playing your best, what's clicking? What's working for you when you're really at your best? Obviously, we saw you for the first time today. You've seen this team coach for 28 matches now.
Yeah, I think as a coach, we say how we serve is a big indicator of how we're playing, and when our blocking gets going, we're hard to play against. So that first set, had to adjust the timing of their offense, but once we got the lineups and kind of got our feel in the blocking, it really changes everything. We're a tough team to play against when that's going.
The bench just felt like there was so much energy.
Yeah.
Do you guys feed off of that when you guys are out there?
I'd say definitely. It helps so much. It just gives us confidence, and just knowing that our teammates are there, it just gives us the desire to keep going and keep working hard.
I think as a coach too, we celebrate that. The refs came over and said, hey, your bench is going too far into the stands. I go back to them hey, good job. That means we're in it, we're engaged. Can't get a yellow card or anything, but if I'm getting warned by the officials that our bench is going too crazy, then that's right where they need to be. Yeah.
So for the coach and the players, now you have that first win under your belt, and you can look forward to day 2. What's the next 24 hours like for you? What does that look like for you as you prepare for round 2?
Yeah, I think first is to get them fed, get them a little bit of rest. As a staff, we got to break down some film on St. John Fisher, make sure we're prepared for that, have a good practice tomorrow, and game plan around it. And then, it's always been our side of the net. Let's get us mentally, emotionally, physically prepared to play hard, play as many points in any way that we need to get the win, and, take it one set at a time.
Obviously, you guys, players, your team was in championship weekend last year. You're no stranger to this tournament, but how big is it to just kind of get that first one? He laid out the path for the next 24 hours, but just put that first one behind you, and now you're in it, and now it's volleyball. We're on.
What do you think?
I'd say just going back and looking back at last year, we just had so much hunger and determination. I just feel like us going into this year, just having that same hunger and desire will just keep helping us move forward and keep winning games till we get to the nationals.
Just definitely taking it one game at a time. The job's not finished. It's great that we got this first win, but we're just looking ahead to the next game now.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations, and we will see you tomorrow.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you very much.